Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jeff, and this is JG Trains. And yet again, I got another special choo-choo review for you. But this isn't my choo-choo. This is my wife's. This is her favorite locomotive of all time, and I get the privilege of showing it off. It is an MTH Premier EMD SD70ACe Union Pacific MKT, which is the Missouri, Kansas, Texas, the Katy Heritage Unit. And she is a beauty. Some brief history about the railroad that Union Pacific is paying homage to. The MKT, otherwise known as the Missouri, Kansas, and Texas Railroad, was founded in 1870 and lasted all the way up until 1988 when it was bought by Union Pacific and came under the banner. And as you see, that is how the road number of the Katy was made. They chose the year that they purchased the railroad. Little tidbit of information there for you. When the railroad first started, it was the Kansas-Texas division of the Missouri Pacific Railroad, and its recording mark and stock exchange symbol was KT, which is where the nickname the Katy actually came from. I did not know that until I started doing this research. That's a little interesting fact right there. The Katy was the first railroad to enter the state of Texas from the north of the state. And it eventually, before the railroad merged in with the Union Pacific in 1988, they had over 3,000 miles of trackage, and it went through 4 different states: Missouri, Kansas, Texas, and Oklahoma. Here is another cool little tidbit I found out. In 1896, a publicity stunt was put on where the Katy had 2 locomotives that were on the same track. They went head on and hit each other, and they were pulling loaded trains, both of them. And the site where that happened at was known thereafter as Crush, Texas. The collision occurred before 40,000 spectators. 3 people died in the incident, and several were injured by debris from the exploding boilers. A composer and pianist was performing in the area at the time, and to commemorate the event in his piano piece, he called it the Great Crush Collision March, which he dedicated to the MKT Railroad. In the mid-2000s, to commemorate the railroads that made up the Union Pacific, UP decided to take 6 EMD SD70ACes, or ACEs, and paint them up in the previous railroad's liveries. Out of the 6, UP number 1988, the Katy, was unveiled on June 15th, 2005, and it was immediately put into regular revenue service on August 4th, almost 2 months later, and it pulled a train from Chicago to East St. Louis, Illinois. Now that we've gone over some brief history on the Katy, let's dive into this rendition from MTH. This model, SD70ACe, the Katy, was released in 2012. It's got Proto Sound 3.0 on board. It's got 2 motors, 1 over each truck. It's got die-cast fuel tank, trucks, frame with a beautifully detailed ABS body on top. Of course, it's got the beautiful Katy paint scheme. We got some see-through screens here on the radiator housing, down the side of the locomotive. We got added handrails. We got shades here, plastic inserts for the windows, 2 cab figures, 1 on each side. We got drainage holes in the steps. We got an added plow, coupler cut bar right here. It's got operating ditch lights. It's got proto coupler on the front and rear. Look at all this nice added detail here on the fuel tank. That looks really, really nice. Got an added horn. Here's the smokestack right here, and you just put a smoke foot directly down there, and you'll smoke out the room, which is always fun. Just don't set the fire alarm off. We got spinning roof fans up here inside the radiator housing, and on the back of it, we got a operating backup light and headlight up here. There is an interior light, and that will go off once it starts moving. The speaker is located in the fuel tank. It is 1/48 scale, being Premier. It is 18.5 inches long. It can operate on 042 curves, lighted number boards as well. I'm going to be starting the Katy by using the extended startup sequence on the DCS remote by hitting the More function and going up to extended startup. So let's get her fired up. Let's take a listen to the bell. Next, the horn. Now that we're going to go over some other sounds that the Locomotive has.
Hey, Jack, come here, man. Just came inside. He just came in for coffee. Yeah, okay. Okay, Sonny.
Now that we've gone over the sounds of the Locomotive, now I'm going to hook it up to a freight train so we can take it around the layout. I'm going to start by firing the rear coupler off the DCS remote. And now I'm going to hit the direction, put in reverse, and now we're going to reverse and couple it up. Now we're going to roll her out, and as the cars go by, I'm going to say what they are in the context of this trip. We got an Altoona Brewing Company reefer, an EMD refrigerator reefer car, an MKT Katy boxcar, and then a Lionel PS2 hopper in the Katy. All the rest of the other cars were MTHs. All nice cars, and you can see a theme we're going with. Either it's the name of the railroad or close to the color. After a long day of hauling freight, it's time to shut her down. This MTH Premier EMD SD70ACe, the Katy, is an awesome addition. It's my wife's favorite, which I thought was really awesome that she was able to get her favorite one into the collection.
And it just makes me so happy that my wife is in the hobby, and that just makes it 10 times better to do this review. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching, and I'll see you in the next one. This is Jeff from JG Trains, signing off.